You look at the abundance every single day, what you're eating, what you're wearing, your makeup, your shower essentials, your jewelry, your accessories, the devices that you're using, not just the mobile and the laptop or television screen, but all the appliances that you have at the home, the air con, fan, whatever, kitchen appliances, the food in the fridge itself and an appliance. So if you count all these things that you have in your day, you are a rich person, period. It's just that you're comparing yourself with somebody else who have more than you, and you feel like you don't have that much amount of money, or you want to be like that. There is nothing wrong with going for more, asking for more, because we are all here for growth and evolution. But when you're comparing yourself with the person who have more than you feel like you don't have much, or you don't afford those things, or you want more things. Like you're traveling, and for example, you're traveling in economy class. Before that traveling, the economy class was a rich for you, because going in the flight, taking the flight, it's itself a luxury, right? It's itself a luxury. So in the beginning, it feel like, oh, going on a flight, affording a flight fare is luxury. So you started traveling, you are entered the luxury itself, and then you entered into the economy class, and then you started comparing economy with the business class and seeing that, oh, I cannot have the business class, I'm flying in the economy. Hey, you started, like, you look at the flight price, flight tickets before flying in the flight as a luxury, whether it's economy, whether it's business class, whatever. It was a luxury. It's a luxury for a lot of the people in the world who cannot afford to buy the flight tickets. And no judgment, no criticism, but if you are flying in the flight, you are taking the flights from one destination to another, you're already a luxury. That doesn't mean the people who are not flying in the flight are not luxury. I'm just giving an example. I'm just giving you an example. So before that, it was a luxury for you, and you started flying. So that luxury, which was a luxury before, because you were like, oh, I cannot afford to go in the flight, and then you started afford to go in the flight, you started taking the flights, you entered the luxury. And then you started flying in economy, then you compare the economy with the business class and seeing that, oh, I cannot afford the business class is more luxury, economy is nothing. You see, that's how the people do it. That's how they do it. They take the first step, they look at the second step, and they're like, I cannot afford the second step. But they, sooner or later, they start affording the second step, they take the second step, and then they compare themselves with the third step, thinking that they cannot take or cannot afford the third thing or third step, whatever. Then they seem that I cannot afford that, that means I don't have money. So they are started comparing themselves with the people who are above them, the things that are above them in terms of money. And then they see themselves as not having enough money, not having enough abundance, because they started comparing themselves with the people above them. And then they not counting their blessings. They are not counting that they already have so much abundance. Like personally, I can tell you, when I was not traveling 2 years back, I wasn't really traveling. I was working on my business at my parents' place in my home country, and I wanted to travel. And at that time, traveling was a luxury for me, because I never been into the flight. I cannot afford the flight prices at that time, because I was working on my business. I was building my business. My business was a fresh new baby at that time, because I dropped out from a medical college and started from $0 with my business. I had no idea if it's going to work or not, but I take the risk because I wanted to do that, because that's what I feel as a calling for me to do that at that time. And then I started traveling. All of a sudden, it's been 2 years and I'm traveling. So that thing was a luxury back then, and now it's normal for me. Taking flights is normal for me. Traveling is normal for me. Going to different countries, eating in the restaurants, and all those stuff seems very normal to me. Living in the hotels and restrooms, like all that stuff is like very normal to me. So it wasn't normal when I was in flying. 2 years back, it wasn't normal for me at all, because I was thinking I'm going to travel, but I don't know how it's to do it full time. And now when I'm doing it full time, it's normal for me, and I'm going for more. So it's like, never forget from where you're coming from. I'm coming from the background that I literally had no money to travel, let alone do it full time, let alone now living in a foreign country, not living in my home country, and supporting my finances. Of course, sometimes I do get the help, I do get the stuffs from the people, and that's amazing. I do manifest abundance not just from my business alone. I do manifest abundance from other areas of my life as well, and I'm so much grateful about it that I'm able to do that and I receive that. But 2 years back, it wasn't normal for me at all. It was very high. I was like, I cannot do this. And now it's normal for me. And now I'm like targeting for even more high. So guys, never forget where you are coming from. Look back 10 years, 15 years back, and look at the things that you were not even able to afford it, whether it's the jewelry, whether it's the makeup, all that stuff. And now you're able to afford those things. Now you're actually having those things and you're using it every single day, and it's become a normal for you. And that's what being wealthy means. Like things that before were so much high for you now became normal to you because you are living that life of every single day. So it's normal. But don't forget where you're coming from, and don't forget to appreciate that you have gone through so much. Even if you don't become millionaire yet, whatever your income goal is, whatever your goal, whatever you are manifesting in terms of in terms of material things, in terms of money, even if you didn't reach it yet, yes, that's the right thing, but you're still wealthy. You're still able to have all those things that 10 years back, 15 years back was just on your vision board, or you were just wishing and dreaming that maybe I'm going to be able to do that one day. And now you're living that reality, even though it became normal to you, and now you're thinking about more bigger and better things. But why forget where you're coming from? Because when you focus on that, it puts you in the zone of gratitude. You started feeling grateful for all the things that you have right now. And more importantly, you feel wealthy, you feel abundance. And that's all you need to feel. That's all you need to appreciate it to receive more. Because when you are appreciating what you have, it gives a room of space. It actually attracts more to come into your life. So today I wasn't feeling that great. Usually I cook my food and I go out, I order the food in the restaurant as a takeaway because I want to watch the movie at my home and eat the food. So it was just a nearby restaurant. I go and order the food, and then I go to the supermarket, buy some stuffs for me, and then I come at the home, start my movie, and I was watching the movie and eating the food, and I was like, wow, it's a luxury. It's a luxury for me because I don't feel good today. I'm not feeling that great. I don't want to cook because I want to sleep so much. I'm tired. So I don't want to cook, and I have the luxury to afford the restaurant food and take away and watch a movie and eating their food. Like I can afford that. So it's a luxury for me. I can be grateful about it instead of complaining, oh, I couldn't do that, I couldn't get there, I have that big goal. So where your focus is, guys, are you focusing on the counting your blessings, counting your abundance? Like 10 years back, you didn't have what you have right now. So you're already a luxury, you're already living in a wealthy state. It's just that you're focusing on next bigger thing, that you're ignoring what you already have. So don't forget to appreciate what you already have in the midst of finding or fighting for the next bigger thing. Remember that. That's where the abundance lies. That's where the gratitude lies. That's where the law of attraction works in your favor to give exactly what you want, because you're focusing on the abundance and you're appreciating what you have. Then here you go. You have even more, because where you focus your energy, you get more of it. Let me know if this piece of advice helps you. Give this video a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Turn on the bell notification so whenever I post new videos, you're going to get notified about it. I have some courses talking about manifesting abundance. If you're interested, the links are in description. Check it out. I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.